All right, so today we're going to do 10.4, which is the essentially introduction of matrices. And so most of you have seen matrices before. The biggest thing that you kind of need to remember is that the things inside the matrix are called the elements, and it goes row by column. So rows, right, go like this. Columns go up, okay? Rows are horizontal. So essentially, everything, the way the size of a matrix is called the dimensions. And so if you look at this one, this is essentially 2 rows, 1 column, right? So 2 rows, 1 column. This thing as well, 2 rows, 1 column. So the size is the same. If the dimensions are the same of the matrix, that means we can perform the operation for addition or subtraction right now. So here, all you need to do is just add the elements that are in the same position. So this is essentially the first row, first column, right? First row and in the first column. So that's 5. This is in the first row, first column. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and add those two. And so 5 plus 5 gives you 10. Same thing, 3 plus 1 gives you 4. Okay? Second example. This is 1 row, 2 columns. So 1 row, 2 columns. This is 3 rows, 1 column. Are these sizes the same? They're not. So the dimensions are not the same, which means you cannot carry out the operation for addition. So the answer is undefined. So that's addition. Next, we've got subtraction. Same thing, same concept, just again, you're going to subtract. So this is a 2 rows, 1 column. This is a 2 rows, 1 column. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Negative 4 minus negative 3 is negative 4 plus 3, which is going to give you negative 1. And there's your answer. Now this is going to tie in subtraction and addition, but again, this is essentially 4 rows, 1 column, 4 rows, 1 column, 4 rows, 1 column, which is great. That means we can carry out the operation. And so we're going to go ahead and do it. So you just do it in the same positions. Negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2. Next, negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 6 is 5. Negative 5 minus 0 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus negative 2 is negative 7. And there you go. Next comes scalar multiplication. So scalar multiplication just means that when you've got a number outside of the matrix, you distribute that number to everything inside of the matrix. So this one essentially is going to turn into, you're going to multiply the negative 2 to all 3. So negative 2 times negative 1 gives you 2. Negative 2 times 2 gives you negative 4. And negative 2 times negative 4 gives you positive 8. So there you go. So that's scalar multiplication. The last thing that we're going to do is equations. So they're a little bit more complicated. So here you've got a 2 by 1 matrix, right? Sorry, 1 by 2 matrix. 1 row, 2 columns. So 1 by 2 matrix. So you need to multiply 2 times, again, another matrix that's going to make it look like that. So we need to have A be a 1 by 2 matrix. So essentially, you can just kind of label this as your variables, x and y, and solve. So negative 8 is equal to 2 times x. All right, look again at positions. Negative 8 is equal to 2 times x. Negative 12 is equal to 2 times y. So then we solve. Divide both sides by 2. X is equal to negative 4. Divide here both sides by 2. Y is equal to negative 6. And so essentially if we chuck that, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. That's right. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. So my final answer is going to be negative 4, negative 6. And then the last one. So here we've got this long matrix right here, so I'll give you a second to write that down. And again, you can pause this video. So here we have 43 equals, so 43, 44, 48, so we've got essentially a 1 row, 3 columns, 1 by 3 is equal to a 1 by 3 minus 5 times something. Now remember, for subtraction, we have to make sure the size is exactly the same. So the Z needs to be a 1 by 3 matrix, so we can call it essentially X, Y. Instead of Z, I'm just going to use R. Okay, we already have Z here. So we have 43. We essentially have 4 equations. 43 is equal to negative 7 minus 5 X. Next, 48 is equal to negative 7 minus 5 Y. Next, negative 24 is equal to positive 11 minus 5 R. And so if you notice, again, 43 matches with this one, matches with the X. 48 matches with the middle, Y. And negative 24 matches with the 11 and the R. And so now we solve. So we're going to add 7 to both sides here. So 43 plus 7 is 50. So we'll have 50 is equal to negative 5x. Here we're going to add 7 to both sides, so we'll have 55 is equal to negative 5y. And here we're going to subtract 11, so we'll get negative 35 is equal to negative 5r. So then it means that our x, y, r, so divide both sides by negative 5. 50 divided by negative 5 is going to give you negative 10. 55 divided by negative 5 is going to give you negative 11. And negative 35 divided by negative 5 is going to give you positive 7. So then our final answer, again, is going to be a 1 by 3 matrix. So negative 10, negative 11, and 7. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. You've got the rest of the time to either you can start working on the homework, or you may email me with any questions that you have from this brief lesson. Thank you.